Hi there. Welcome to Craft with Kathie. I have a real fun, simple, easy project tonight that is perfect for Valentine's Day. Perfect to do with your children if you so decide. You could glam it up or you could make it more casual. It really depends what you're going for, what you want to do with it. And these are accordion folded paper hearts. And you can make them more narrow and a little more elongated or a little wider if you want. It really depends on the look that you're going for. But they're simple and easy to make. And I am going to show you how to make them. And believe me, I would lay odds that you probably have everything at home to make them right now. You need a scissors, copy paper or computer paper. If you have cardstock, I would say regular cardstock's probably a little bit thicker than what you need. Maybe like scrapbook paper, something a little bit thinner, a little bit easier to fold. You can use a bone folder. You do not have to, but easy, easy, easy. And we're gonna make a couple and just hop right into this. Grab something to drink. I've got my Arnold Palmer. And we'll get going in a moment. I'm coming at you from the suburbs west of Chicago. Drop me a line and let me know where you're viewing from. I took some of my copy paper, my computer paper if you will, and I painted it. And you could use watercolor, you could use acrylic, you could use whatever you want to do to paint it. I wanted to give it a little bit of color. This one I did in kind of a gold wash. This I did in like pinky and, kind of like pinky and, I don't know what other color to call it. Kind of a rosy color. This I did a little bit more pink, and then I put some gold speckles on it, kind of what I did with this. I just did a little bit with the edges with gold and then speckled it. Paint however you want, but let's get into the fundamentals of it and let me show you how you make them, because it really, really is easy. You want to take a sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper. This I've already colored, and you need a plate. You could use a cake plate. If you're going to go with a cake plate, you probably want to cut your paper down a little bit. We're going to use a dinner plate just to show you this, and you can adjust to fit whatever needs you want to do. These can go from mini little hearts to even bigger than we've done here. But all I'm going to do is turn the plate over and somewhat center it on my paper. And maybe I should line up my paper with my grid a little bit. That might help me. Okay. So I want it pretty much centered. I think I'm going off of it, about, that's almost an inch. A little bit more than 3/4 of an inch on each side. And you want two sides of the plate to be off the paper. The rounded sides are going to actually be the top of your heart. So let me grab a pen. And all I'm going to do is draw an outline here around the plate. And then you could cut this out and use it as a template, or you could draw a line every time you want to do it. It really depends on how you want to work it. Let me just stack my plates, stack my dinner plates here. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out. Actually, I'm going to stack 3 of these and cut out 3 at a time because it's thinner paper. I can easily cut 3 sheets at one time. I try and be efficient where I can be. And you probably want to actually cut on the ink on your outline, or just inside of it, because you don't want that showing unless you've got a nice color ink that you use that you would want to be as the top of the border. So now I'm just cutting out the other side. And if you want to do a single sheet at a time, that's fine. I'm just using 3 sheets of paper here just to be a little bit more efficient. Paper's thin enough to allow it without an issue. And, okay, I don't have anything to cut out there. Let me clean up my surface here. Okay, I'm going to start with this one that I did in pink, and kind of like an ombre of pink. Fold it in half first, so you have a nice crease in the middle. It just makes it easier when you go to do it, when you go to glue it together, if you have that crease in advance. And I'm going to plug in my hot glue gun. If you have a glue stick, kind of like the things that you would use for bingo, I would suggest using that, because that works pretty good as opposed to a glue stick, or you could burn your fingers or whatever. But a glue stick is more kid-friendly. So you just want to accordion fold this from one end to the other, with the rounded sides being on the left and the right. And you can make these folds as big or as small as you want. It really just depends what you like or what you're looking for. I think a combination of hearts made with with a 1/2-inch fold and smaller folds and smaller sizes are a nice little mix. You could throw them in a little wooden bowl as just a little bit of Valentine decor, or you could string them up on a garland. And like I said, the paper's thin, so you don't really need a bone folder for this. And then press it down. And then where you had folded it in the middle, just fold that again. And you're going to you're going to glue these 2 inner pieces. So let me just fold that all up and press it a little bit. I've got a little wrinkle in there, being that I garbled it the first time through. And I'm just going to put glue on one side, just the very innermost fold. I was a little overly generous there with the glue. And then press it gently together. You want to watch your fingers. I'm not actually pressing together the innermost. I'm pressing like one fold away, just so that I could protect my fingers a little bit there. And that's all there really is to it. Wasn't that simple and easy? Okay, let's do another one. Cut it out, fold it in the center, crease it back and forth so it's easier to fold later, and then begin the accordion fold. And you can make those folds as wide or as narrow as you want. Just make them consistent as you go from one end to the other. Remember, the rounded sides are on the left and the right. Then when you're done, we're going to glue it together. You can use a glue stick or hot glue. Just watch your fingers if you use the hot glue. Don't need a lot, just enough. Gently press it together. And voila! That's all that it requires to make folded accordion hearts. Perfect for Valentine's, isn't it? Thanks for watching. See you soon.